Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. We're in Imandra and we're in the S04E18 at the airfield. There's a nice big helicopter sat behind us and we are loaded with two lots of wooden planks that are required for the repairing power lines, which is the second of the two tasks you have to complete to unlock the garage on this map. So we need to basically deliver these two lots of wooden planks to these two locations. And what I'm going to do, before starting the episode, I've just moved the Grad out from where we left it after the last episode's delivery of metal beams. Moved it to the garage area. I now intend to bring the Azov over the map to the garage area, transfer the wooden planks into the Grad, and then try and do these two deliveries with the Grad. I think it's more likely to be successful than trying to do it in the Azov. And then while I'm driving, because it needs to go to the garage anyway, I'm going to try and bring this Warthog with us. It's very broken. It's not going to help me at all in towing itself down the road. But I'm going to see if I can get it back to the garage, because then we'll be able to repair it. Just toying with the idea of which way to go on this. I think I'm going to stick to what I did, which is come down and try and get across here. But I think I'll do this going via the road. I know there's a lot of rocks on the road here, so it might not be a great route, but I think I'm going to come out the end of here, pick up the road, and just run around the loop rather than going across country. See how we do. Not really done much with the Azov on this map. But it's a big, very capable truck. It just has that chin issue, and that might be the flaw to this particular plan for this route, is that it's difficult to get the chin over these rocks, but we'll see. Just got to pick a route and I'm sure I'll manage it. Warthog's on its side. And I'm dragging a big old rock underneath my belly. Yeah. Dragging two now. I need to lose these rocks. I want to get onto that power line. Let me just do that manually. Get past these rocks that are underneath my wheels, and then reattach the Warthog. Hopefully it'll pop back onto its wheels in a minute. It's very broken anyway, so it's going to be getting a full body repair, or it's going to be sold. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do with it. So there we go. Just pop magically back onto its... Oh, temporarily pop back onto its wheels. And then now it's on its side again. Maybe put it on a shorter winch. See if it'll behave itself a bit better. I like the look of it. It's a cool looking little thing. I just don't know if it's useful. I don't know if there's any niche that I can let it fill. But I suppose it's a very valuable thing in terms of how much money I would get for selling it anyway. So when I get it in the garage, I'll have a look at its add-on options and see if there is anything that I might just keep it for as a niche role. Come on, Chin, you can do it. Should be alright taking the Aslov over this little side path. Took the Vorongrad over. I don't think the Vorongrad is smaller than the Azov really in width terms. Hit it on a straight line ish. Yeah, that'll be fine, won't it? Dropping the Warthog in the sea though. This thing's going to be a wreck. It's already dead, even before I found it, so all of the damage you're going to see on there isn't my doing, but I'm certainly adding to it, aren't I? Once I find the road, I might jump over and try and get the canned low as part of this convoy as well. I'm never very good at getting the thing lifted onto my back the way that other people manage. This blue crane just never seems to be powerful enough to do the thing that I expect it to be able to do. I can see the lope in this. It's a bit grey to you guys, so I'll just do it by the map. But yeah, I'm going to try and get the lope on the roof or on the back of the wooden pallets, so that I can take the lope and the Warthog to the garage area. It's a little bit of a distraction. I don't really need the lope for the thing I'm about to try and do, but why not? This deep snow is not good. There we go. Got to the power pole. That's what I was trying to get to. Right, let me try and lift this on. Yeah, it doesn't have the strength to lift it high. That's the trouble I always have. And that power pole's in the way as well. So I'm not extending the crane there. The crane is trying to extend itself to allow it. Just won't lift it. Well, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Alright, I'm giving that up as a bad job. I'll get it back on its wheels and I'll leave it. Probably get itself back on its wheels off that power pole anyway. Alright, I'll give up. I'll give up. I don't know how to do the low. Let's get this Warthog to the garage and stick to plan. Let myself get distracted by stuff. I just want to get on with the mission. Love's got an autonomous winch. He can get himself back on his wheels later when I feel like it. It's definitely got its purposes, and it's definitely very capable in the hands of somebody that knows how to drive it, but I just don't know how to handle that loaf. Right. Let's so I've got chains. Why am I behaving? Oh, I've got a bloody great big rock under my suspension again. Right, and skip back power pole. Once we get into this asphalt, I'll get a bit more traction again. Love it. The chin just gets stuck so often. This is why I got the Grad and the Phoenix, because I didn't fancy trying to do massive amounts of this map with this vehicle. It really badly needs the active suspension. Just give it a little bit of ground clearance on that chin. I don't think it gives it much, but just enough. Keep sort of digging into the road. In fact, if anything, it seems to be worse on this asphalt than it is off-road. On the mud and snow and ice, it seems to skate over. All these little trees that are just there to be annoying, right? If it was me, right, I'd have coded that so that a big truck wouldn't try to attach to little trees unless you manually did it. I've gone too far now, haven't I? Let's just pull it into me. Shame this Tuz doesn't have a cargo bed, because I do need to pick up 2 fuel from here, but I'm not going to chuck them on top of the wooden planks. I'm not ready for it yet. And although it looks like I'm approaching the right area, I'm not going to bother trying to do this delivery until I get to the Grad and transfer these wooden planks over. I'll just keep pushing on for a minute till I get to the garage. Caterpillar my way through this. One of the things we need to do fairly soon is get the metal detector module on a truck. Now, comments. I think I'm going to use the small Zix for that. Comments suggested the small Zix, and I think that's a good shout. I had been thinking of going and getting the free Pacific PF512 from Wisconsin, but no snow chains, no all-wheel drive. It's probably going to be more trouble than it's worth to try and do that. Drive that truck for any significant content on this map. So yeah, I think I'm just going to buy only like 30 grand, and then plus whatever upgrades I end up doing. So yeah, I think that's going to be what I'll do. So I think that's a solid suggestion. I think it was Max. This big Azov is struggling on this map. Not done much with it, but this is struggling. May end up bringing the Grad back to help this one through to the delivery. I never thought I'd hear myself saying that the Azov needs help. Just can't get through these rocks. Bellying out on stuff, and there's nothing ahead of me. Oh, there we go. Just about managed to get to a branch. It'll pull me forward a bit. Pull that forward a bit. Get that back. Yeah. This is the most that I've ever struggled driving this as of. And I am quite surprised, to be honest. But it is those big rocks. I know this tree's not very pleasant, but I do think I should get over that okay. With these big tyres. No, the chin's just not going to let it, is it? Maybe if I use that rock to give me a ramp over it. That was a bit reckless. And I know that was going to happen. I've had enough trying to drag that thing. The Azov's struggling enough as it is. The Warthog can be recovered by something else. I'm getting frustrated with that now. I've dumped the Lope, I've dumped the Warthog. Just got to try and get to the garage without dumping the Azov. If anything, it just reinforces that it was the right decision to get the Grad and the Phoenix. Speaking of which, here they are. There's the Grad, and in the garage there you can just about see the Phoenix in the background. Transfer these two over. Change into the Grad, inelegantly loaded, but pack a cargo as if by magic, all sorted. Top up with fuel. Let's have a quick look at the route as well. So there we go, we got the 2 pallets of wood that we needed. Now what I'm going to do, I think about the route. So there's something here, I don't know whether this is a passable route or not. But with all of those rocks... Oh, there's another vehicle there. What the hell's that thing? That's another Yar, isn't it? What's that doing there? I didn't scan that, did I? I bet. So is that one of the other tasks that I haven't yet found on this map? Because there are some tasks I haven't found yet. But I didn't scan... I obviously didn't scan this area. Although that's in the catchment area of the watchtower, which is only here. Alright, I've got to look at what that is, because that's not my vehicle, but there is a Yar up on that track there. That's obviously a recovery somewhere. Maybe that means I will try and persevere with getting up this path. See what it's like. See if it's something that's passable in the Grad. If it's not, my original plan was to basically come around the lake and come up this road. So I'll do that if I can't. If it looks like I can't get up this path, I'll abandon and go the other way. Because this might be more of a scout path than a Grad path. Coming into the dark, let's get some lights on. Right, what am I seeing here? Is this the path on the right? Let's have a look. Have a little look on the map. So no, the path path as it's marked on the map doesn't mean it's actually something that I would consider to be a path. As it's marked on the map is up there. Interesting. There is a titanium tree on my left, that'll help, probably. Oh, get a bit of purchase on my back end at least. This is a scout path, isn't it? Or it's not a path at all. This side to that tree. That suddenly released. Was my handbrake on for a few seconds there? I know I do that quite often. Right, now. Brad, time to show your metal. Unpacked my cargo, but I haven't stalled. That tree is going to be in the way though. Let's see if I can winch from it for now. I don't think this was a this was the route for the grad really. Let's see if I can repack. And tree. Move forward a bit. This is either really impressive or really dumb. Or maybe a bit of both. I mean, I wouldn't even have attempted that in the as of 73-210. Just from looking at the map, I wouldn't have thought that was a good idea. But what's this yar all about then? A strange place to find a vehicle with no apparent quest box near it. Slightly disturbing that there's no quest box, so therefore I don't know whether I'm supposed to take it forwards, backwards, or leave it alone. I'm quite close to the crashed pole. Which is off to my left as I go down this trail. So maybe go to there and then try and get up to that pole. But because I don't know where it's going to go, I don't know what to do about this yar. I might pull it with me a bit, because I've got to take it somewhere. You don't get trucks like that just sat in the middle of the wilderness doing nothing. It must be related to something. I'm just stealing somebody's truck now. I haven't been asked to pick it up, I'm just assuming they need rescuing. It might be that photographer guy come looking for his camera. I'm probably pulling it in the wrong direction. When I eventually find out where it's got to be delivered, I'll be like, oh, gotta take it back. Right, so this is one of my delivery points. How the hell do I get up there? Can I get up through there in the grad? Oh, it's a nice convenient titanium tree if you don't mind, Debs. That'll do, that's substantial enough, I think, to just pull me around sideways enough that I can get in the gully. Because once I'm in, I'm sure I'll be able to move. You do have to ask yourself, what the hell is he just doing, don't you? That is a predicament. I wish it was light enough to do that as a screenshot. There's a thumbnail right there, isn't it? I'm pretty close to where I need to be. Just notice that there's a stump of a pole. Presumably that's the thing I'm here to fix, that little stump of a pole. And because it's a stump of a pole, I can't winch to it. But that is fairly substantial. I just need a bit of traction to move. Pretty easy, isn't it, when you've got a grad? I mean, you can make it look hard, but certain trucks, Tatooine, my experience so far, this make it look easy even when it's not. So, I should have light. Well, I've got lights on. Pack. And cargo, unload, one lot of wooden planks, done. And now I've got a decent power pole behind me. I don't much fancy reversing back through that same thing that I just came out of. Let's see if I can turn around. I also don't fancy trying to get through those trees, they look a bit dense to me. Just force your way through with a rope. Easy stuff, easy. And I'm going to continue bringing that yar with me for a bit, even though I don't know where it's going to go. It just feels like I'm going to leave it in the middle of this path. And hopefully I'll get it, even if not to a destination, get it somewhere that's a bit easier to recover. In fact, this looks like a T-junction that I'm approaching now. I have to go left, but there's a trail off to the right, so maybe this T-junction is where I'll leave the yar. Yeah. Has it got any fuel in it? Is that of interest? It has. I'm having that, mate. Slurp. That's taken all of the fuel out of it. But I think I own it. I will... Well, if I have to recover it, then obviously I'll refuel it. As much as the task requires. But... it's a bit strange. Normally when you find a vehicle like that out in the wilderness, there would be a task box next to it. It might be one where maybe I've got to complete this power pole before it'll then tell me where that... to go and collect that yar. Now where have I got to go take this? So this clearing is going to have a, can you please bring my yar to me? Got to be, hasn't it? Got to be. Should I just grab it now? I've not been down here with a scanner, but then the watchtower didn't show me a task. I'm just going to keep going, but I'm sure that I'll end up coming back to that yar. But I might just do that in a Tatterin. This is kind of Tatterin type of territory. Focus on the job in hand. Quite a big truck to do this delivery though, isn't it? I don't know what else I would want to have done though. This may be one where, as per comments, the Tatterin with a little Acteon behind it, bringing these in one at a time, would have probably got through that terrain a bit easier. But then you got to do 2 trips. What's the fun in that? Oh, so that's a nice water effect I'm just coming into sight of. Nice waterfall. That looks pretty cool. This is a proper little muddy area. Not very nice snow. Right, let's have a look at this clearing and see if it's got a please bring me my yar task. I don't see anything yet, but that might mean that it's still locked behind. Like I say, it could be locked behind something else. See yellow box down there, but I think that's the house recovery type thing. So there's this icy road over there that I think that's where I need to go to get up to this delivery. So we'll see how we do. Big rock. Nice tree there, but can I get to the left of it? Looks a bit tight. Looks like it. Should be fine. Yeah, that's alright. There's my delivery point. A little bit of a mad delivery, but we got there. This is going to unlock the garage for me, I'm sure. Engine off. Cargo. Delivery. Repairing power lines. Why, thank you very much. While you were away, I cleaned up a bit. If you ever need to mess with the insides of your chariot, well, now you've got a proper place, because I've now unlocked the garage, and I also got $4,300 to spend in the garage. Nice. So on the map now, garage, engine troubles. Bet that's the Yar. I'm gonna tag that. I'm gonna jump into the Phoenix. And I'm going to find out what that engine troubles is. Bet that's that Yar recovery though. Not engine, mate. You ran out of fuel. Got nothing to do with your engine. Engine troubles. Curse the day when I decided to drive this jalopy. Could you tow it to the garage, please? $3,300. Accept. Track. And let's have a look at the map. See what it is. But I bet it's the Yar 87, yeah. Got to find a Yar, which I've dumped at that crossroads, and bring it to the garage. It was here, so it was kind of maybe closer, but not in a route that I would have wanted to tow it anyway, so I don't know. Either way. The next one I'm going to try and do, I'm going to see what this is, the floating change house. Start tracking it, and it's got to be delivered. So that's got to go down the river. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. There's two of these buildings here, and I couldn't do anything with them. But there was a delivery point, but I couldn't tell what it was. So I'm going to see about getting back down, and then see how I do wading down this river, and maybe tow that thing behind me. And I'll worry about that Yar as another step, because that's probably easier to just go in there with a Tatterin for that. I'll jump back in the grad. I think I'll turn around and go the way I came in, rather than Leroying off the edge of the cliff. Do that too much. We'll see what this water's like to wade. Not done a lot of wading on this map really. But it depends on what these rocks are like under the water more than anything. And obviously how deep the water is. Driver's got wet feet. Okay. So it is one that I can just... I think it's another one of those skid cabins. Once I get my tail in front of it, I'll hook up a rope and we'll push on. But I've got to get in here with something using a metal detector. That's just floating down the river. I've attached a winch to it and it's released it. And now it's just floating. Push it off the back, not the side. And then try and stay on terra firma a little bit. That looks like a downed antenna tower of some sort. So that's the trail up there. I wonder if that's where I've got to use the metal detector, but maybe that's where the two vehicles are that I've got to recover. But this is a trail there, so it must be there for something. But I will stick to the script that the game has written of grabbing a metal detector, coming into this point of interest and scanning with the metal detector. I have a hunch that it'll say they're up that path, mate. Because they're not just sort of sitting here waiting to be picked up. And it's two vehicles that you have to bring out, and I'm wondering whether I need to use a flatbed and a crane. So there's a point of interest. Oh, well that's not good. I'll have to remember where the point of interest is then, because it's got rid of it. And I haven't got the metal detector yet. Is that a vehicle there? I've got to remember where I am. Well, obviously I've got a video, so I can watch the video, but I'll take a screenshot anyway. Let's push on with this. I was tempted to get myself a little Zix and do that right away, but no. Distractions, distractions. Got garage open though, that's a big achievement. So somehow I've got to find a way back up onto the ice here from the water side. Must be a way. And why aren't I asked to recover these cabins? Why this one that was further up? There we go. Can I fit under there? That's the way I should have taken the metal beams in. Would have been easier than falling over on that little bit. It's a better route for the beams. See that hut's got a light on in it. If you're gonna have a hut like this, don't put it on the ice. Daft people. There we go. Looks like it works. Now the garage is open to everybody. Oh, what? Okay, so that also had something to do with the garage. Odd. Get in the garage, and we're going to buy a little truck. And you know what it is going to be because I've already mentioned it. But now it's funny because I've kind of wished that the game would give me one of these for free. Not because I've got a particular use for it, but I think it's cute. It's not great, but it can take the metal detector add-on. So I'm going to purchase and deploy at a cost of $32,000 a little Zix. And then we'll have a little look at customizations. I've already got a slightly bigger engine. I'm not going to bother buying. Where's this come from then? Yukon. I'm not going to pay $9 grand for a 210 engine. I'll just stick the 195 in it for now. Maybe. I've got one anyway, so I may as well. Gearbox. I will stick a off-road in it, I think. I just always regret it when I don't. I've already got the raised suspension for it. So most of the upgrades for this thing were found in Tamir when we were there. Let's see if this is one that I can... Only for this current truck. So let's just sell the stock suspension. Recoup a little bit. And then all chains. Ooh, we can take muds. That might be interesting. We can take Tiger tires. Might be better. Thinking about where it's got to go to. Down through that water. Bit of ice, but ice is a bit more manageable. I think I'm going to stick some Tiger tires on it. Probably regret that, but we'll see. I don't want to put a winch on it. If it needs winch work, I'll take a vehicle with it to help. I've already got the engageable bit block. That's another... Nope, I don't want to sell it. Install that and sell the rubbish diff lock. Spare wheel. But most importantly, let's just get the metal detector on. Installed. So this is now my metal detector truck for any jobs that need a metal detector. It can also okay, so it can't take a low saddle or anything else while it's got the metal detector on. That's fine. Can he? I thought it might be able to take a low saddle because it would logically fit, but that's fine. Snorkel, yes, because we're going in places we've just seen that there's fairly deep water. That's funny, snorkel. It's more like periscopes. And then what's its options? Don't care about visors. I will uninstall and sell the rear fenders because I think that they just cause more trouble. They don't add a value in the game. Oh, front bumper. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. What's the stock one like there? That's too low. That's too low. Yeah, that looks okay. I think that's better. What have I got on the roof? Any fuel options? Bit of extra fuel would be nice. Nope. Just a light bar. But I'm going to buy it. You know I like light bars. No, I don't care about the rims. Action rims. Interesting. Oh, it's got a custom... Oh, I like that. Got a custom paint job. DLC paint job. And there we go. We have got ourselves a little metal detector. And how does the metal detector work? How do I use it? Maybe you have to be in a right zone for it? I use metal detector. Okay, so for... It's going to find loads of metal here. Look, I'm right next to the garage. There's metal everywhere. What's it doing? So it's not got a lot of fuel. 190 litres. All-wheel drive is engageable. Diff lock is engageable. It's a bit wobbly with these tyres, but I love it. It's a nice little fun thing. I wanted one of these as a... Like I say, I was hoping that the game would give me a freebie. No such luck. But that's got to be driven to here, basically. And I've got to deliver 2 armoured vehicles, but I don't know how big or heavy they are and how easy they'll be to tow out. Right, so there's one more thing we can do that I think is worth it. I'm going to jump into my yard and I can get these 3 POIs around this little village. And then I'm pretty sure that's this corner of the map 100% done until we finish with the logging station. So I think that's worth doing, given that I've got a little bit of time left for this episode. So into my UR87 and push forward a little bit to get these POIs done. Bring the trailer with me. And obviously the other yard that I just messed around with up in the woods, it was locked behind the garage. That's why I couldn't find a task for it. It's because I had to unlock the garage, or complete the garage unlock, to make that task become visible. Interesting, there's a little fortified thing, palisades around the outside, a little wall, wooden fence wall around the outside, but lots of lookout towers. Is this an old prison camp or something? That looks to me like that's been an old prison camp or something. And that will have been the barracks, probably. I know it's only like a 3 or 4 minute activity to come and get these 3. But it's just something to tick off in this episode, and that'll save me having to worry about it in the next one. Leave the trailer there. Don't need the trailer to go and get the last one. I'll make sure I've got the trailer before I leave the area. And this should complete this task. A picture to remember. Thank you. Good ones. Now I have something to entertain my children with. Oh, I'm an Xbox mate. Easier. $5,200. That's pretty nice. Remind myself before I log off that I need to get the trailer, so I might as well just get it now. Not sure what the yard's next job will be. That's it. I think I'm going to call it there. It's a slightly shorter episode than normal, but I don't want to like force things in. This was a nice quick job that I could easily fit on the end of the episode, but I don't want to go looking for something else that's it then ends up being a bit of a nightmare. So I'm going to leave this episode here. We've got quite a lot done again. We've got access to the garage, which is the most important thing. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next episode. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.